Okay, so Scyther UK over on Twitch just asked the question, if I were to return to Destiny 2, do I need to run the older DLC first? I haven't played the base game since launch. Great question, and I actually can answer this to some degree because I played the game at launch up until I want to say the Curse of Osiris. Then I went away. I came back when the Witch King was out, played a little bit. I played some of the stuff I hadn't seen yet, played a little bit of the Witch, and then I got sidetracked to this stuff, and then I haven't played since then. So I came back largely as a returning player who is treating the game like a new player in 2025 with the launch of Edge of Fate. So I went ahead because I was interested in seeing everything I hadn't seen and playing this throughout the rest of this year, and it was a tax discount, so tax credit for me. I went ahead and pre-ordered Year of Prophecy, which is Edge of Fate and Renegades, which is next year's expansion, which happens in December. But notice that I am not playing Edge of Fate. What am I doing? I'm playing all the old content. I had seen the first two, which was New Light and Beyond Light. I remembered those campaigns, but I have not seen this. Um, so, do you need to play the older DLC first? No. You can actually just go buy Edge of Fate and start immediately there and not need to know anything about anything. Because if you go in here to the portal, I gotta bring this up really quick. Um, this is the default screen you're gonna see when you log in and go to play, and it's gonna immediately show you the recent current expansion, which is Edge of Fate. So, if you wanted to start today, all you would need to do is jump in, buy the Edge of Fate, and start playing Edge of Fate. You could start playing that right now today without having ever played the game ever before at all. And because it's a new storyline set in a new area with Kepler, and it has nothing to do with all the light and dark stuff from the previous 8 or 10 years or however long the game's been out. It's like a brand new story. They're using that sort of as a platform to sort of like soft relaunch Destiny 2 with a brand new storyline to bring in new players or old, and it's completely separate from all of the other story content that's happened before. So if you don't care about any of the other content and you just want to jump in and start playing with Edge of Fate, you can absolutely do that, and you're not going to miss anything, and you'll be able to understand exactly what's going on. The tutorial they run you through is very independent of any story. It just teaches you how to play the game. Then they dump you out in a place where you can immediately start playing whatever campaign that you want to play. So then you can, if you decide you want to go beyond this page, like this is the main screen that the portal is going to show you. This is current content, but you can tab over twice and go to quests. Now, this is where it's going to show you a whole bunch of other stuff. Specifically, you can go to the quests tab, and this is going to show you all of the different campaigns that you could play if you own them and go through. So all of these are campaigns. Like Lightfall is a campaign, The Final Shape is a campaign, Edge of Fate is the current campaign, and then there's all this legacy stuff and trials and stuff. I'm currently working through the Witch Queen campaign. So I made a decision coming back as a returning player to treat this like a new game because it had been years and years and years since I played. So I went through New Light, Beyond Light. I'm currently doing Witch Queen, and then Transcend gave me an order of expansions to run. After this is Lightfall, then I'm going to do Final Shape, and then I'll do Edge of Fate, which is the current content. And because Edge of Fate and the current season runs until the end of the year, actually I think the current season is like 60 days or something. So, and then they're going to do a new season. But Edge of Fate storyline runs until December. I have plenty of time to get up to speed with the modern content if I want to. So do you need to play the other DLC first? No, because it's a completely standalone story that has nothing to do with the Dark and Light. So like all these old campaigns that I'm running, it's all the old stuff. Like it's the light versus the dark, and we're finding out where the dark is from and what the light actually is and all that other stuff. Like none of that. Like the new storyline is something about the nine, I think is what they're called. Like the nine, I don't know if they're gods or what they are. I've watched the promotional material and I don't really understand all of it yet, because I'm not actively playing the new stuff. But the new stuff is a brand new storyline in a brand new part of the universe that has nothing to do with the light and dark story that took place over the previous 8 years of campaigns. It's 8 years, right? The game has been out for 8 years, something like that. Um, so yeah, that's the rambling of way of saying no, you don't have to play the older DLC first. You can jump in and start playing Edge of Fate right now today without having played anything else, and you're still going to have a fun experience. And then if you wanted to, you could go back and play stuff that you hadn't seen before. But as far as I understand things, everything up to the Edge of Fate, it's all the light and dark storyline. So it's a whole bunch of stuff that has happened over the past few years, and then this is the new one that's starting with the Edge of Fate, and it's I believe they have described it on their website as a multi-year story arc that starts with the Edge of Fate. So it's a brand new story, brand new campaign, brand new. We're no longer doing light and dark. We're doing this thing about the nine, and going from there. Um, so hopefully that answers that question. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss an update, everybody. If you're watching this as it got clipped out on YouTube, don't forget daily streams on YouTube and Twitch. Every single morning, we start around 4:35 a.m. Central. I play a lot of games. This is the day job. If you want your questions answered live, you show up and ask them live, like Scyther did. And then we will clip it out and put it on YouTube like this video did. So, benefits to being there live in the morning. All right, let's get this mission finished. Because I do have a wood elf druid, or a moon elf druid that's calling me. And because I haven't played any of this old story content, like I played the beginning of the Witch Queen, but I never finished this, so I haven't seen the Witch Queen or the ones that come after this. Final Shape, Lightfall and Final Shape. I've not seen any of that. So for me, I'm getting, probably I'll get 30 hours of like original content that I've never seen. Plus I'm already up to like uh I don't know how many hours I've put in so far. That's a good question. I'm genuinely curious. Let me go look really quick before I go any further, because that's going to gnaw at my brain. I can tell you by looking at how many episodes I've produced. I've done 36 episodes so far. So we're approaching, we'll cross 20 hours. Yeah, we're right at 20 hours of gameplay right now. So I'm 20 hours in, like in about 10 minutes. And I've done New Light, Beyond Light, and I'm halfway through the Witch Queen in 20 hours of gameplay. So I probably have about another 20 hours, maybe more, ahead of me before I ever get to the Edge of Fate. So that's 40 hours. I would estimate 40 to 50 hours of campaign storylines to play through before I get to the Edge of Fate, which is the current content. And I am skipping a ton of stuff that have nothing. Like, I don't care about all the random trials and like that stuff's there. Like there's the Warlock quests and the Vanguard quests. Like there's all those quests that you can go do if you want to. I'm not going to do any of those things because I don't care. I just want story campaign. So that's what I'm doing. So for me to be able to pick up a game, pay X amount of dollars, and get 50 hours of gameplay out of it, that's worth it to me. Even if I had to pay $100 for it, like getting 50 hours out of gameplay, I'm happy with that purchase because I'm getting, you know, actual gameplay. And if I really wanted to go whole hog and do everything that's available, there's probably 150 to 200 hours of content before I even get to the Edge of Fate.